Here we are at the beginning of day 9, mile 100. We had our first rain last night. Everything is still pretty dry. It wasn't a major rain. And had a good breakdown, and we're getting ready for a nice hike. Jason tells us it's a gradual up all day, not as many drastic ups, but it is going to be a challenging day with a lot of things ahead of us. Hopefully we won't have too much rain that we can't do some video for you. But thanks for watching.
One of the few crossings over the water, except that it's over the edge, so it's still through the water. Another day of wet feet from the beginning. Love it.
Scott, hey Scooter.
Yeah.
That's the closest to you walking on water you'll ever get.
You got that right.
Today is a special day. Today is my daughter Dean-Ann's birthday. When she was born, I was out running, training for a marathon, and in the middle of it I had a premonition that something was happening, and I sprinted home only to find out my wife had left to go to the hospital. It was a long way to the hospital because we were trying to get some special care for the birth. Ended up, she had a C-section, but anyway, I was quite upset. Changed clothes quickly, rushed to the hospital, and made it just in time for her birth. And I know most of you do not know Dean-Ann, but I know you'd like her. She's got what I would call a charismatic kindness. What I mean by that is when she walks into the room, she has this sweet disposition and grace that carries her. And she reflects it out on all people around her, and they want to be around her. And you can tell a lot about people by their friends. And Leanne and Dean-Ann has deep, long-lasting friendships with good people. And she's married to a really wonderful man, Corey. So glad, so proud to call him my son through marriage. And then she's a great mommy of my 2 grandchildren, Callum and Kenna. And, you know, she's had some detours in her life, and she's navigated them just like we have on the trail. In early 20s, she was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, and she's managed that very well. She's gone on to she has a very good, thriving career as an RN, and don't get me wrong, you know, when I say that she's got charismatic kindness, that does not mean that she is not a whimper by any means of the word. She's a focused, strong woman, and I am so proud to call her my daughter. And I love her very much. And today is dedicated to you, sweetie. As I walk this journey, I think about you and all the things we've done together. And I'm just so proud of you. I wish I could be there to celebrate. I'll get home, we'll do a little celebration together. And just let you know, every step today I'm thinking about you. God bless you. Love you. Here's a trail thought. We all cross bridges in our life. You know, for this hike represents a bridge for Scott and I. We've gone from being doing 3 and 4 day section hikes, our longest being 90 miles, to where we're on the trail for 13 straight days, not going in for town for anything, just resupplying on the fly. And 13 days on the trail is, we decided we wanted to test us. We wanted to cross that bridge and see if we could do that. If this hiking thing is really what we want to do. Because we have other trails we were talking about doing. And so this definitely represented a bridge for us. And we're not finished yet. And until we finish, we haven't crossed it. But at the end, you know, we'll be able to tell you, you know, we've crossed the bridge and assess how it works and look at the next thing, the next big bridge to cross as far as our hiking adventures. So just parlays into that. Do you want to stand on one side, do where you are, or do you want to cross into the next level? Scott and I chose to go the next level in hiking. There's nothing wrong with short section hikes. We love them, actually, and we don't devalue that. But if you want to do something greater and you have greater goals in section hikes, you got to start approaching those bridges and crossing them. And we are certainly learning a lot in this journey. A lot.
What really made us appreciate this bridge was the first 3.5 miles this morning out of camp was total ridge walking, like miss your step and down you go. And it was wet from a little bit of rain this morning. It was slow going, but we managed it. We got through, and so now we're across the bridge and getting ready to get back on. Looks like a little bit of road trail here for a while, but yeah, it wasn't a fast morning hiking wise. Wasn't our best time, but that's part of hiking. We just had to kind of really watch our step this morning because of the slickness of stuff. So we're going on. Blessings.
Okay, this is pretty much what we've been getting all day. So not a lot of views. It's been drizzle rain and foggy. So not good for the views, but good for hiking in some ways because it's really pleasant temperature. And if you can just navigate the slippery slopes with the in the rocks, the temperature is ideal. So we're giving you what we get here, Scooter and I. I don't know that there's a lot of views on this part of the trail anyway, right here. So, but we have named a species of plant that we're going to have to show you later in the videos. It's evil. It is the only thing it's good for is bad things. There's a way that we could eliminate this plant off the planet. There would not be a sad person on the whole planet. I know it's part of the ecosystem and there's a balance to it, good and the bad, but we have named it one of the most evil plants there are. And I'm not going to tell you what it is right now until I get a really good sample to show you, but it's coming up. Here it is right here. It's a green plant with nothing but thorns on it. We have called it devil vine. What does it do to you? It latches onto your pants, your shirt, scrapes your legs, your face. It tears into your pack. It is the worst thing ever created. We see this plant has no redeeming value whatsoever, and only the devil could have created it. So we have named it devil vine, and we wish bad things for it. There's an example of it sticking out on the trail, trying to catch my leg. It is not going to catch my leg. It is not going to ruin my day. Devil vine, I know how to contend with you after about 18 jillion little scrapes and sticks, and you will not ruin my hike. So you come to Ozark Highlands Trail or these Arkansas trails, do not let devil vine mess with your brain. Enjoy your hike, even though you go up big giant hills every once in a while. A while back, Scott took a picture of a place that says high water HW. What was the other letter? High water HWB was the picture. And I wanted to give you a little color on that. We're going up to Hurricane Creek, and there's the devil vine right here. We're calling it devil vine. It's not gonna ruin our day. But anyway, HWB is high water bypass for Hurricane Creek, and it is a shorter route, but the trail is not well maintained, and we feel that the water is going to be fine because the weather, there's been no rain for, well, until today. We hadn't had any rain on the trail since we've been on the trail, so that's 9 days, and today's a really pleasant rain. So you do have an alternative if it's been a lot of rain at Hurricane Creek. We don't know what it's going to look like. We'll show you some pictures, but we wanted to let you know what that meant and that alternative route. There's a little campsite there too, if you wanted to camp there. And a little bit more about the weather. I showed you this before, but the temperature has been ideal. And it's been more like a misting rain. And with a t-shirt and long pants, well, it's been really ideal as far as temperature-wise for hiking, but not really good for views. So if you wonder what, in the blue blaze it says high water bypass is not real easy to spot. So you might want to keep your eye open for it. And since we're not going on it, we don't know where it goes to. If we see the end of it, when we see the connector, we will show you the connector too.
Hey y'all, we're down here at Hurricane Creek. Hurry on down to Hurricane Creek. We got just a place for you. Just about death coming down this ridge up here. It's like a 15-minute walk that you could get done in 5. It's just an excellent thing. But this is Hurricane Creek. Hurry on down. We don't want you to miss out on the fun down here on OHT. Blessings. This is Hurricane Creek, and just right there in that brown dirt is where we crossed over. Very, this flat rock slick, got kind of up to your knees, not too bad as far as but it was a slick ride. But we made it. Now we're following Jason down to the actual marker. It was way deep down there, so we came up here a little bit to cross.
Crossing Hurricane Creek was rather tricky. It was very slick and about knee deep, but we made it.
Okay, just making note here that as I said, we crossed downstream, and here's the marker from the direction that we were heading. But if you're going east to west and you come to the end of the trail here, there is no marker across here to tell you where the trail is. So just be aware of that. But it is a lot shallower down a little ways. We're just past Hurricane Creek, and another huge wall rock formation coming down a wider path than normal. But just again, just amazing how things change. And this goes on and on and on.
For triathlon and marathon coaching, and the issue I've got.
We're thanking our hiker friend in the sense that we know who he is. He may not know who we are. We watched his video of his through hike here somewhere on the trail. I believe that he hung out here one night and camped. You can see his cut swing. Again, just past the Hurricane Hurricane Creek crossing.
just a note, after you come off that flat spot that I mentioned in the last video, you go straight up. And if you are not an experienced hiker, or even if you are an experienced hiker, there are some places that will scare your pants off. You're walking off over 8-inch trail, slippery gravel, roots that you're barely grabbing hold of. You're going, it is a challenge. Big steps up that you're grabbing hold of stuff just to kind of get hold of it. So be ready. Be ready when you come off that flat spot. Just want to let you know. You can't take film of that while you're doing it, but we're up here. You go for the bottom of Hurricane Creek up to here. That's the rise. Well, the rain's gone. We've got sunshine. This is the end of the day. Trying to do about about 2.5 miles more, and we'll make it a good solid day for us. I think our best miles day for the hike, and so we hope we don't run into any more little up mountains, but whatever's in front of us we'll take. We had to do another creek crossing a little while back, so there's two crossings of Hurricane Creek. The second one was no big deal. The rocks were not slippery and water was low. It was really no problem. See you when we get to the campsite. We just passed mile 115, and Jason reminded us that we are 2/3 of the way done. The three of us did a little yay, and now we're working on the final third. But first, the campsite, 1.8 away. A nice way to end your day right here. Well, Dean, we hiked 17 miles on your birthday, and for the first time ever, I hiked at night to get to a camping spot. But I wanted to just close this out with telling you I loved you, and I wanted to hope you had a wonderful birthday. I wish I was there to celebrate it with you. And I know you're looking at a dark screen, but let me sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dean. Happy birthday to you. Love you, sweetie.
All right, you're just going to see the light on my head because it's after sunset and we just arrived wherever we are to find a place to camp tonight. It was a long over 17-mile day. It was the Battle of the Ridges today. We had Jason. What was the first one?
Jason.
No, what was the first ridge?
Wheeler Ridge.
Wheeler Ridge.
Yep.
And then Hurricane Ridge. Literally, you heard us on the videos earlier talk about a couple times. It was harrowing trying to get up and down these ridges that were 8 inches wide, and it was a very hard hike today, but we made it. We're here. We're going to get set up, do some dinner, and then hit it back tomorrow. So thank you for following us on the trail, and we will see you in the morning.